Hey guys, EverythingApplePro here, and in this video I did want to share with you guys how to get the best battery life on your iPhone, iPod Touch, or iPad running iOS 6. Now if you guys have recently installed iOS 6 or purchased a new iDevice, you may have noticed a new bug on iOS 6 that literally drains your battery really fast, and I've experienced it where as much as 2% can go away in about 5 minutes. So all you guys need to do is go ahead and turn your iDevice off and turn it back on. If you guys are jailbroken, you'll want to do a tethered boot, but this will fix most battery drain problems. And there is a number of things we can do on our iDevice itself to get better battery life, and these are all just suggestions to improve overall battery life without going crazy and overboard on disabling everything, but it is up to you to decide how much functionality you do want to sacrifice in order to get better battery life on iOS 6. So these tips that I am about to show you are just the overall tips that have helped me get the most battery life out of iOS 6. The screen itself would be the #1 power drain, so you guys want to go ahead and go into settings and brightness and wallpaper and just turn your brightness down a tad bit to however is comfortable for you, and if you'd like you can disable auto brightness because it does help with battery life as well. Next you'll want to disable Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, of course depending on whether or not you're using it. See, right now I'm on 3G, so it's pointless to have Wi-Fi on, so you'll want to disable that. And Bluetooth, the only time I use Bluetooth is in my car, so having it on in the meantime is just an extra battery drainer. Now you guys want to go down to General, go to Auto Lock, and that's set the auto lock to 2 minutes or however much you're comfortable with, as auto lock does help a little bit with battery life. And while you're here, go into cellular. If you are on an iPhone 5, I would disable LTE when you're not in an area that does have LTE or when you do not need it. See, I keep it on 3G and my battery is phenomenal. Before, when I had it on LTE and I'm not even in an area with LTE, basically it just drains my battery very fast. So there's really no point in me keeping it on, so I disabled it, and it has helped a lot with battery life. Now next, in notifications, you guys want to click on in and disable anything that you do not need. The only things I left in here are the things that I actively use and look at. So messages, you can choose how it shows up, and of course you can disable whether or not you want it in your notifications menu. But right now I basically disabled all of this because I do not like it in my notifications menu, and yes, this does help with battery life. So if you go back, next we're going to go into mail, contacts, and calendars. In here you want to go to fetch new data, and this is a big point. For a lot of people, the main reason you're having a lot of battery drain is because of this right here. So you want to disable push and basically set your email to manually. So every time you go into your email, the only reason it would refresh is because you told it to. It won't refresh without your permission. In privacy, you want to go to location services, and in here you get to decide which app gets to use your location and whether or not you want to have location services on. For me, I use GPS often. Even though Apple Maps is bad right now, I still use it, and it's too much of a hassle for me to go in and turn it off every single time, so I do keep it on. But it is a good idea for you to turn it off when you're not using it, as it does drain extra battery. And down here in system services, I basically disabled everything because I never use any of this, but if you guys do need something, you can leave it enabled, but this does help with battery just a little bit. And we're almost done, so you want to go to General, About, scroll down, go to Diagnostics and Usage, and in here you want to set Don't Send for Diagnostics and Usage, because this does keep sending data to Apple and it does drain battery in the process. However, you do not have to do this, of course, it's just very minimal battery savings. And the last tip I have for you guys is constantly clear out your multitasking cache right here. So you want to hold it, and you guys all know how to do this. Just, it does help with battery life and overall to keep your iPhone very speedy. And I do have one very last tip for you. It's basically a full power cycle. Now all it is where you let your battery die all the way down and then charge it back up right away to 100%. Apple does recommend you do this in order to ensure that your battery stays in tip-top condition for as long as possible. Anyways, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video with just some tips I wanted to share with you how to get the best battery life out of your iOS 6 device. Have a great day, guys. Peace.